Plug it in and get ready to rock.
Sit your ass down with the hands off the clock.
With Renegade Pineapple so sublime.
Like, comment, subscribe. It's time! Yeah. Hello and welcome back to Control. So last episode, there was a document that I missed I want to talk about. There was a lot to take in, basically. There was a lot to take in last episode. I didn't realise this game was going to be, or have a lot of, like, philosophy and psychology stuff in it. So I didn't play another episode afterwards. But in editing, I noticed something on one of the documents that I thought was really interesting, so I thought I'd go back and look at that. Okay, so here's the first of the two things that I wanted to go over. I completely skipped past this, when I obviously should have just read through it and then just looked for the good bits. But the file about the service weapon has a bit near the bottom. Like the main bit of it is just that it's a weapon that connects to you in some way. So the bit that I think is really interested in this whole document is on the background bit. So I'll just read that bit. So it says, the object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office, which is obviously where we found it. And the popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history, big old blank, which I guess in the first bit is a name for the weapon, but we don't really know what the second bit is. And then it's got some names that it's gone by, which include Mjolnir, Excalibur, and Varanastra, all weapons that blank of their wielders. So Mjolnir and Excalibur, a lot of people probably know as Thor's hammer. Excalibur was King Arthur's sword, and Varanastra is a weapon in a weapon in Indian mythology that is made of water and can change shape. But they're all weapons that, like, pick a person. I can't remember if that's true of Varanastra. I'm sure it's linked to one specific person. But I think the idea is Mjolnir only the worthy could pick up. Excalibur was the sword in the stone that only King Arthur could pull out. And I think there's a similar thing with Varanastra. So I think the point of the gun is only certain people can pick it up. But as it was saying in another bit about the Prime Candidate program, it described it as being like Russian roulette, where it was the ultimate way to find out whether it works or not. It either picks you or you're fired. As in, either you point the gun at your own head and either you live and you're the director, or you shoot yourself in the head, and that's how it proves that you're not the prime candidate. So the fact that she put the gun to her head, it didn't show whether she actually pulled the trigger, but she also put the gun to her head just like he did. He was obviously not a prime candidate, what with him having shot himself in the head. I just thought that was really interesting. And there's one more thing. And going back to the urban legend ones, which I did read out last time, but I thought a little bit more about part of it when I was editing. In the second part of it, there's a part that says, a pair of scissors that consume human blank through 2 punctures on the blank. Which, when you read it again and think about it, because I was caught up in the other stuff the first time, but a pair of scissors that consume human blood through 2 punctures on the neck. It's like, surely that's what it's saying. So it's talking about folklore, and there's a bit that sounds so much like it's saying vampire, right? It sounds 100% like it's saying something about vampires and the perception of that. And if it's talking about urban legends, vampire is obviously like a huge urban legend. And the idea that, obviously it's not, I'm not saying that this is saying that vampires are real within the lore of this. I'm saying that vampires are part of the control, that the expression of a folklore is to cover up a thing, and the pair of scissors that consume human blood through 2 punctures on the neck must be related in some way, which puts a whole different spin on a different note. The one that we found with a weird thing about Alaska, it sounds like it's to do with a person who worked as part of the government in some way because of the in service of her country. It sounds like it's like a soldier or something like that. But then in the second set of words, ignoring Alaska, which is obviously just where it must have happened, or maybe as a code phrase, it has scissors and blood and bleed. And it just really feels like whatever one of these objects of power does is expressed as being vampires. So the whole thing about the TV stuff where they cover things up through a show that they've made, they're making it seem like vampires are a more logical thing to cover up something else. Because it seems weird that they would say that they can't say scissors. No one's killed a huge group of what seem to be soldiers with a pair of scissors. Whereas something else could have killed them, some kind of phenomena. and the same phenomena is covered up through their TV stuff using vampires. It's just a train of thought. It's probably way off, and there's probably a lot more to go through, but I just thought that was interesting. This is my bit of house cleaning, which I'm probably going to have to do every episode with this goddamn game. Okay, so after those, weird theories I'm putting out there, let's go find the magic phone. They were 2 other files that we got, which are just about the hiss and the floating ones and the... Where am I going again? Communications, so not that way. And an idea of if the hiss... Where's my gun? I can't use it in here, I guess. Can't shoot my poster. And an idea of that the hiss take over specific people to perform tasks that they would be suited to. So it's like a possession thing. It's like... No, clearance level 3. Okay, I haven't got high clearance level yet. Even though I'm the director. Sector elevator. Oh, can this just take me everywhere I want to be at? No, I can't access it. God, being the director doesn't really get you much around here. And I can't go back that way because I need a name for this thing that I keep seeing all the time. It looks kind of like a kaleidoscope. I'm going to call it the kaleidoscope. Cafeteria communications departments. Oh, is that way? Oh, it's not blocking me. It's telling me to go this way because it's on my side, isn't it? The kaleidoscope is part of me. Health boost again. But I've only got 1 slot. I'll stick with what I've got. Level 1. I don't even have level 1. How am I the director? Am I not in the database? Whose job is this? Oh. This man, he escaped from a vault in Fallout and then was murdered. Ha! Gotcha. Oh shit, there's dudes here. Wait, stop picking up things. Gotcha. Travel costs. So that was about expenditures in hotels. And there's a little bit at the end about performing rituals to find places of power. So that's obviously what they're doing in looking in the hotels. Or they're finding places of... Because they're control. They're finding places of power and covering up. I have a portrait on the wall. I don't have clearance to level 1, but apparently there's a portrait of me. That's not good. And the other bit in the note was that in having a hotel called Oceanside in a landlocked state might get found out. So it's like they're finding the places of power, covering them up with hotels. God, the noise is deafening. I want to look down here before I go into the red. Where? There. Any more? Did you just explode, or do you have grenades now? One more. I'm glad their health bars are orange. It's a nice standout-y colour. Stop. Stop zigzagging! Got to give it that hot second to reload 1 bullet. Okay, there's a lot of side paths to go down in the cafeteria. I'm interested in the food concept. That looks like a cigarette machine. Toilets? Ah. Okay, so that note's about them expecting parts of the building to shift. So they know it's going on, and they grade areas of the building in like a 4 colour-coded system of how likely it is to shift. Which, I mean, this must be just like a difficult place to work. Not even just with all the bad shit going on. With the building all moving around, it'd be hard to find your desk. Kaboom. Another house memory. I don't know what these materials are for. Can I use them to create specific upgrades or something? Or cash in on them in some way? This all seems blocked off. Oh, there is another door there. It's got a light on it. Oh. Oh, that's communications. There was also another bit. I wanted to look in. There was a weird bit with the red, wasn't there? I'll go back up and look at that as well. Oh, and another shelter. I maybe shouldn't get too distracted running around to all little bits, but I want to find these notes now. So that note was about an AWE that occurred in Havana. Can I open this one? Yeah, I can. That made everything vibrate. Oh, it's like the sea in there. And like a loud noise. There were no visuals though. It was very clear there were no visuals, which was determined to be a cowboy boot that caused the incident. So let's look out for cowboy boots. Oh, I can't go in there. That's a hurt room. Oh, there's like a gas that has... Okay, right, we'll have to... I guess that's a come back to it place. Pick up some of this health. Let's go up and check what happens if I walk down the bit with the red... And then we can just go into the communications. Can she run faster? Oh, she can. Oh, very good. She's got a nice sprint. A lot of dead dudes around here. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, that's painful. Oh, okay, red spots, don't go into them. I didn't want to because they looked scary. So I'm trying to figure out... Obviously, the ongoing thing in this is figuring out what the kaleidoscope is. And there's the stuff about her brother. I just think an AWE that happened to her caused the kaleidoscope in her head. But I don't think it's like it is her brother because she doesn't refer to it like it's her brother. It's very dark in here. I need a torch. That's very green, so you know I'm going to have to come and look at this. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Make it stand out so much. So the dead letters is referring to literal letters sent to them about paranatural events. And that was about making a database for all of them, which must exist here. Maybe that's where I am, even. And that they'd be useful, even if they don't contain stuff about AWEs, just because they would give an insight into how people perceive stuff. So, which is kind of sensible. Even if they don't explain super useful stuff like AWEs, they let you know how your controls system's working. Yeah, fuck you. I don't give a shit about your shield, you little bitch. Ah, they move at just the wrong pace. I don't want to turn my sensitivity down just to match their timing because it would make it slow for everything else in the game. But they move just the wrong speed that it's... If I try and keep up with them, I go a little bit too fast and skip to the other side of them. Done all that side, so I guess we're just going through. See what's around here. Can I get into these? Doesn't look like it. Oh, so people... Oh! They just literally just dropped in. Son of a bitch. I couldn't have possibly shot you from there. It's a shitty angle for me. You know it! Right, another... Okay, look, so another circle, not on a seal... Exact same shape. If you look at it from this side, it's kind of like a crucifix with a big cross going through everything. So it's not to do with the seal, it was just that was a convenient circle to make it on. Alright, let's cleanse, baby. Kaleidoscope, put this building back to shape. mean, surely the kaleidoscope is the, like, most extreme version of what's happening to the building. So maybe they're related. Maybe the reason I can cleanse it is because I've got the thing that does this kind of shit. Because all of this becomes blocks. If it kept going to the point where it circled round again, it would look exactly like the kaleidoscope. That could be a thing. They could be related in some way. Maybe there's more than one of them, and one of them is affecting the building, and the other one affected where I grew up, and I'm bringing them back together. Machine God, that sounds fun. Oh, this is one of the dead letters. Okay, I'll read the dead letter out. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. Okay. I had a dream, so I built the thing I saw in the dream. A machine that will contain God. But not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, his mind. So you're inventing a God that's a machine, but he definitely is a he. That seems weird, dude. Like, if it's a machine, just make it neutral. I made it just like the dream showed me. You keep capitalising dream like the dream isn't a dream. I know you say a dream at the beginning, but like the dream, like it's a separate thing, which is weird. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet. He'll get there. But the dream said he would learn on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. God only needs a place to start. That's a fun sentence. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Okay. So all these people sound crazy, but I mean, there could be something to it. There was the other letter about something that just turned out to be like a tumble dryer or something like that. What if people are having the same dream and the dream is a collective phenomenon? There's a lot about like the collective mind and the zeitgeist, especially with the Carl Jung stuff. That would actually make sense. So maybe this guy isn't crazy. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe everyone's having the same dream with this machine god and everyone's trying to build it. That's why they keep having these random one-off machine-based things. There was another letter, though, that I missed reading out that was about how the hiss... It implied that the hiss were what's moving the building. Which, I don't know that makes sense. It seems like those are two separate phenomena, as if the building's always been shifting, hasn't it? That's what they've been implying. They know it to the point where they've got a colour-coded system for it, so there must be two different things. I'm very interested in what that... Oh, the stream is where I cleanse things. It just looks really weird from here. Yeah. And the idea of whether it counts as a consciousness, whether they count as like a being, is also pretty interesting. I mean, a being that I keep repeatedly shooting in the face. And keeps still sending bodies at me. I suppose if you're one collective consciousness doing all this, then this is just like poking at you with a finger and getting that finger pushed away from you. If this is all part of one system. Reload, reload, reload. Oh, wait. Oh, you son of a bitch. You can't give me two shield boys at the same time. And he regenerated. I am kind of fucked. No grenades. Also, I'm stuck in a table! By the time that I get some bullets back, they get their shield back. Okay, not if I do it quick enough. I'm really stuck in this table. Alright, reload, reload, reload. If I don't finish off... No! He didn't even point the gun at me! That's bullshit. I was press and shoot and nothing was happening. Also, I was stuck in a fucking table. Was the table an object of power? Sent me back to the previous cleansing point, but I don't think anyone else is here. I'm assuming I still have all the documents.
We're on the right track.
Yes, because there was one here. So we're good. I could just run straight back to there. Send them in. Take them out before they get a chance to fucking move. Does he have a little one above his head? Is that like their clearance level? I'm going to go... Oh, you prick. I'm going to move now while I have the opportunity to move. Oh shit, there's one of them there. So that I don't get caught in that same corner again. Let's duck behind here. Oh, nice. That guy went down real smooth. He's not taking any damage. He's not shooting from there though, which is nice. Nice. Just got to keep them at a nice distance. Right, the other one I think is up above where I just was now. Yeah, look. I might even be able to catch it on the stairs if it will come down. Don't really want to go to it. Stay behind here. Go down the stairs, asshole. What are you doing? You can't shoot me from there. Go down that way. Kind of got to let it shoot me to lure it down. Whoa! Why did I just get knocked forwards? Did it shoot that thing? Or did that thing just happen to explode at that fucking time? I'm gonna get killed again, aren't I? This is horseshit. Why did a thing suddenly explode behind me? That seems unfair. Where is it? I don't see how it's possibly shooting me from there. Alright, got a little bit of health back. Where is it? Alright. It's just going into really weird spots. No, I can't fucking... What are you supposed to do? Alright, these guys are dicks. I don't like them. I don't like this shotgun guy. He stays too far away. Like, if I stay at a good distance for him to not kill me because he's got a shotgun, he ducks behind things and I can't shoot him. That if he gets too close, the shotguns are just pretty fucking OP. Which makes sense because it's a shotgun, but it's very annoying. Given the circumstances. Can I get a different weapon? You're down. Let's go this place this time. This has got nice walls to hide in. Both here. Get him before he tries to go upstairs. Right, one down again. He's way too close to me. That's a nice distance. Stay trapped behind there. Can't seem to hit you, but it's better than you getting up close to me. I'm going to take the high ground this time, Anakin. That's right. Tactics, bitch. Charge, charge, charge. Come on. What? The shield is just... too strong. It just wouldn't go down. Right, at least once the shield is gone, it doesn't come back. But the shield can heal. Like it refills. I need a fucking magic shield is what I need. Oh, is this back where I was, isn't it? So why did it get me to come... Oh, it's because of the looping of the building. Because those same dead guys were definitely in front of that bit I couldn't walk down. Oh, and this is the cafeteria where I ran to look around. I'm very confused. Alright, communications is straightforward. I can't go forward. And the dead letters was that way where I just was. Map. I thought there was a map. I'm sure I had a map up last episode, but now I can't seem to find it. So did I go the wrong way? Never go the... Executive mail room. Oh, and then that opened this...
We're on the right track.
Then why did I go that way? I'm very confused. And the toilet. There's often documents in the toilets for some reason. A lot of people doing their work while taking a deuce. Welcome to the comms department. Well, that guy's getting shit thrown at his dang head. Is he dead now? This guy literally just died in front of us. What threw that stuff at you?
An object of power.
Oh, okay. It's an object of power. And it's launching things at me. They look like those tubes you use to send stuff to each other. This is very Futurama.
Everybody sing Jamaica! Jamaica!
Suck it, I'm real fast. I'm going to come at you from above, because you'll just shoot those at the balcony. Oh, just grab it, just grab it. Oh, it's like an old floppy disk. Yes, Kaleidoscope. Neutralize this motherfucker. The floppy disk nuke. Eesh. We're about to gain launched telekinesis. I like that. Teach us to believe, Doctor.
To hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
Pyramids in the Bureau seal. Yes, I did notice that.
Their director. I'm no one's director.
I noticed that when I was editing as well. The fact that... Oh, I want to grab... and let go to launch. That is dope as fuck and going to be very useful. It's really smooth action as well. Nice. Yes, the seal has the pyramids in it. So the pyramids are to do with the Bureau. They're not part of, like, the problem. It's not like a hiss thing. It might be a shifting building thing. So some things... Is that going to be just in training world or in regular world where I need to put them into something to make it work? Okay, I've got a charge on that as well. I suppose it would be too easy to just spam that. I wonder if I could straight up pick up dudes and throw them at each other though. That would be useful. Oh, we're about to find out. No is the answer. Didn't work there in any way. Right, so twice in a row is kind of too much already. So if I can do one and wait, it recharges better. This is very smooth. I like this. This is good telekinesis. Ah! It's a shame she doesn't hold it more out in front of her because it would also make for a lovely shield. Kind of don't need to point it at the first thing. She just picks up whatever's nearby. Or at least is at the moment, anyway. And just stop/mute them, director. This is now bound/delivered. Bound to me. Yeah. The hiss antagonist. I didn't.
There you are.
Didn't get to read that bit.
You're gone. Cut off.
Ah. Now I'm doing what they were doing when I was trying to get up here. I am now the one who throws things at you. I don't know if it's good for shield guys as well. Very good for shield guys. Right, is one of them took the path I did. That's clever and infuriating. definitely save for shield guys. That bit that I died on a couple times would have been a piece of piss if I'd come this way first. You probably were supposed to. That makes a lot of sense. Right, I've got my first proper power. That guy's got a 2. Oh, I picked up 2 things from that. Hiss Ranger. So there were 2 notes about new types of enemies who are like demolitions and whatever the other one was called that has like a rifle. And then the file about... Oh, do these like... Yay! I love when games bother to put that in. Oh, and it leaves a proper mess as well. About the floppy disk. And the disk is a disk with nuclear launch codes on it. Like Soviet nuclear launch codes. So maybe it's just protecting itself to stop everyone from killing everyone. Book club. So that was literally a report from a book club. But it seemed like it was almost making fun of the game. Like, the title of the book they were reading was Unless You, and he kept saying that it was getting overused and almost catchphrase-like. Which is kind of like the fact that this is called Control and everyone's talking about Control frickin' constantly. But what's bad about it is at the end there was a bit about your favourite character dying halfway through and that being unnecessary and sad. So, maybe someone's going to die halfway through. I highly doubt it's going to be Jessie, but someone's got to die. It could be that other lady. She seemed quite nice. I could see us getting attached to her and then them murdering her just for the sake of it. We're going to go this way.
Emily said that the hotline.
Emily, that was the lady. Tomasi. I read the first little bit of this, and this one seems interesting, so I'm reading this one. This is from Tomasi, who is the head of the communications department, I think. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem was being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns make the public much less likely to blankety blank blank, much less likely to look into it, I guess. So another AWE behind this, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can't stop monitoring blank blank and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. So, some of them are wrecking people up so much that people believe that it's a polar bear that's doing it. So some of these obviously are a bit more deadly than others. Some were just throwing tubes at me. That's probably better than being fucking mauled. Personal mod. Launch efficiency. Ah, I would like that one. Not worth it if it gets rid of my ability to pick up more health in one go because... You know, there was that bit where I died several times. Like to avoid that as much as possible. Is that a different thing talking because I can understand the words? Oh, is that person clearance level 1? Oh, I got an access card. Right, so that's where I'm obviously supposed to go, but let's... Oh, I can cleanse this place first. Right, let's claim this control point. Oh, and that shifted the dishes. Okay. Let's just quickly check in here in case there's documents. Oh, no, very dark. Concerningly dark. Couldn't see if there was anything in there anyway. Same again. Alright, let's go in there. This sounds like clear words. Oh, and then it stopped. It's not the usual, like... this is just chatter. That had, like, sentences in it. Like, I could understand bits of it. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. That was creepy. Oh, you can straight up fly. That's... Get out of the sky! Oh, they're good at dodging. Got ya. Recharging while I'm running, please. Right, they seem to be able to do the same thing I can do. That took so much health! Jesus! Come on, guy. I need to kill you so I can get health back. Oh, damn it. It got me again the second I moved round. Oh, that's Tomasi. Oh, this is really cool, but also... Geez, I should have used cover more. I got maybe a little bit cocky with this power. Kind of got to get them twice in a row to slow them down. Or use something quite big. I'm a little fucked at the moment, though. You're not fucking getting me, I can tell you that much. I'm getting killed by anyone, it's going to be the big floaty bastard. Okay, slow them down, this might help. Oh, it's like... Oh, it's just the shirt hanging off. I was like... thought it was like the skin had peeled off and their entire arms had separated. Right. Didn't kill them, got rid of them though. Yeah, definitely. The fact that they're not dead is...
Let's stay focused. The hotline
clearly going to be a second fight, because that was cool. They're probably, when we get to the hotline, they'll be there to stop us. Alright. Anywhere that's worth checking around here? Top floor. A lot of dead dudes. A lot of dead boys. If I can get through there now. I guess that's a level 1 clearance. Probably worth opening as many doors as possible so I don't get trapped with the flying son of a bitch. Don't seem like there's anything else here. Let's go up through here.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Are you still recording this?
I was going to say, he's very casual about his job. Very happy to openly talk about this stuff. Right, there's a couple of documents here. Let's quickly give those a read. There's one there, and there's one here.
Alberto Tomasi.
Oh, it's his ID. So this one seems pretty interesting as well, so let's have a read through this one. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, I think that's how it's pronounced, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. A Bureau agent arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blankety blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord. They were just like, you do it. In order to replicate the event, he disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house 4 days later. Okay. So they came back here. Why does everything seem to link to here as well? I guess I get that the oldest house is supposed to be like a place of power or whatever, but it seems weird that so many things come back to specifically here and not other similar locations. Found in a sealed room, fuck that, by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Is this house... So, is the building supposed to just be, like, infinite? They've just set up shop here, but this itself is an anomaly. It's not like an anomaly has happened to a building where they worked because something got out. It's just like all this shit just happens here anyway. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. So that's still out there somewhere. But a light switch that teleports people, because translocative... That's what that essentially means, is teleport. That's... Okay, imagine you just pulled a light switch and then you were in the sealed room of a fucking magic building. And the other file was just about... They're calling them the elevated. So that Tomasi, who can now fly, is an elevated. And it says that he can't have been hit by telekinetic stuff. So that was a waste of my freaking time trying to hit him with that. Is this the actual chamber? We're getting real close to it, I feel. I can hear it ringing. Hotline chamber. There we go. So we're in the next bit. That seems like a good place to stop now that we're actually at the chamber. Next episode, we'll go pick up the phone. Answer that call. See you next time. Goodbye.
I'm not trying to get my own oil to sell on the black market.
That's not my special spot where I hang out alone and write poetry. That's not where I go to cry. I'll meet you there soon.